Here at Diamond Owl Studios, we live on love.
That's right. Get your damn hands off me.
And today we are reacting to Alan Jackson, Livin' on Love.
I'm not familiar with this song.
Me neither.
So Alan Jackson has been a fun journey because, I mean, his music's just a vibe. Like it's been kind of all over the map. Like he's got some heartfelt songs. You know, he's got some just like straight up fun, like I'd say like country kind of party songs. I mean, it's been a good journey.
Yeah,
now with the
got
title,
bangers.
like Living on Love, I feel like it's going to be more of like, you know, love song.
A sweet.
More heartfelt.
Yeah, absolutely.
Why don't you tell him what you said about Alan Jackson prior to starting?
Why would you call me out like that?
Because I think it's important. What did you say about Alan Jackson? The people need to know.
Let me preface this by saying I am a straight man, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I said Alan Jackson is a pretty attractive man. And then I followed it up by saying, I wouldn't go as far as saying sexy, but he's definitely fuckable.
All right. And with that, we will see you on the next one.
Just kidding, guys. We like to have fun on this channel. I think this is time for us to say that we're not a normal reaction channel. We
are an abnormal reaction channel.
That's right. Mm-hmm. And before we start, though, let's introduce ourselves. This is Diamond Don Juan.
And that's the glorious, marvelous, the one and only Paper Chase.
All right. Well, let's get into it.
Two young people without a thing say some vows and spread their wings and settle down just what they need, living on love. She don't care about what's in style. She just likes the way he smiles. It takes more than marble and tile, living on love. Living on love, buying on time. Without somebody, nothing ain't worth a dime. Just like an old-fashioned storybook rhyme, living on love. It sounds simple, that's what you're thinking. But love can walk through fire without blinking. It doesn't take much when you get enough, living on love.
I love this song so much already.
It's so great. I mean, I feel like we've had this conversation a number of times and just how there's a feeling that things have changed. Because immediately when I hear this, Living on Love, it's like, damn, that feels like a long ago forgotten time. Because it feels like nowadays when it comes to the females, they're like, hey, I can offer this, that we can live on love. And she's like, hold up, though.
It's very much a monetary exchange.
Yeah, I'm going to need a little bit more than love. We need to talk about, you know, the financial transaction of this relationship.
Yeah, I feel like unconditional love doesn't exist anymore. Like unless it does with like with your children, you know what I mean? But like there's so many conditions to love, which yeah, there always has been, but it's like nowadays those conditions are so easy to like just destroy relationships.
Yeah.
Fast.
Yeah. I mean, whether, and again, it's like he even says it. I know it sounds so simple. So even at that time, I think that there was a recognition that really, you know, there's a thought that it's really not that easy or it's not that simple. But I do believe that, you know, there was a time in the not so distant past when people were more centered around what is meaningful, which is that we have a healthy, loving relationship and we can build a life outside of that, but the strongest foundation is the love in the relationship and the communication.
Love is the foundation.
Everything else can come later.
Love is a battlefield, but love is the foundation.
Exactly.
Let's get back into it.
When you get enough, living on love. not a thing. Children gone, but still they sing, side by side in that front porch swing, living on love. He can't sue anymore. She can barely sweep the floor. Hand in hand they'll walk through that door, just living on love. Living on love, buying on time. Without somebody, nothing ain't worth a dime. Just like an old-fashioned storybook rhyme, living on love. It sounds simple, that's what you're thinking, but love can walk through fire without blinking. It doesn't take much when you get it done, living on love. You're living on love, buying on time. Without somebody, nothing ain't worth a dime. Just like an old-fashioned storybook rhyme, living on love. It sounds simple, that's what you're thinking, but love can walk through fire without blinking. It doesn't take much when you get enough, living on love. No, it doesn't take much when you get enough, living on love.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, man. I mean, it takes a lot of give and take to keep relationships going, but it's like you said, as long as the foundation is strong, that's what it's all about. I've seen some of the honestly, from personal experience, the most happy relationships I've ever been in is when we had nothing, not even like a prospect for a happy future, but we just loved each other so much. Those were the best times.
Yeah, I mean, I think they say art imitates life, and this is such like a great aspirational song. It's a message that I think we need more of, because so much of the music nowadays is like so transactional. And it's, you know, I think there's a lot of like modern like hip hop music, but even like a lot of the female singers nowadays, it's like man hating, or this guy screwed me over and we don't need men. And, you know, it works both ways, but like there is something I think that's so important and so needed with writing songs like this, where it's talking about like, hey, we, like living on love, like let's center, you know, let's make the most important thing just about love and not like what you can offer financially. And also the aspiration of growing old together. It's like, we need that message. It's like, that's something that you should be striving for, is like, hey, let's make a commitment. Because I think it's just like so easy to be like, you know what, this isn't working. My happiness comes first, when a lot of relationships are compromised, but also like, you know, sacrifice. I think being a parent, that becomes very evident. It's just like, you know, being willing to sacrifice. And I think a lot of it comes from just the mentality of saying like, hey, I'm not going to go look for an exit. I'm actually going to make this work. And do the hard things, have the tough conversations, maybe stick it out when it's uncomfortable, and not just bail at the first sign of things being stressful, or like, you know, in our modern society where, you know, you can swipe, like it feels like you have endless possibilities. So it's like, oh, I'm just going to trade you in for the newest model, instead of being like, hey, the grass isn't always greener. It's always a trade-off.
Absolutely, you know. And, you know, I know we put it sometimes when we're talking, it sounds like we're putting a lot of these current relationship struggles on the woman, but it's definitely men's fault too. Like there's a lot of ego plays a bigger fact in anything, you know, especially now that it's harder for guys to get girls, even with social media and all this stuff, because they have so many prospects. It's like guys stop trying and guys start getting more. I know a lot of guys too, they're like, oh, girls mess up, out the window, you know. It goes both ways. And, you know, here's a saying for you, you know. When you get in a relationship with the girl, you know, the first fight, she's right. The second fight, she's right. The third fight, you're fucking wrong, you know? And that's something that I had to learn, and I still struggle with, you know, like, because there's times where it's just so easy to be like, you know, combative and just want to keep fighting and fighting. But it's like, you have to have give and take in relationships. And sometimes it's just, you know, it's just it's about setting your ego down and not always having to be right.
Yeah, I mean, that's, you know, the different way of putting it, but a big lesson that I learned is that, like, sometimes being right isn't the right thing to do. You know, like, holding your ground about, like, no, you know, even if it is, like, objectively true that, like, in this particular moment, like, I am right about this, you got it wrong, you're misunderstanding or misinterpreting the situation. And, you know, I know that in this particular instance, like, my stance is right. You know, and you could sit there and argue it, but sometimes it's just like, hey, honey, I know, I understand where you're coming from. I apologize for doing the thing. And that's all they need to hear is just like, oh, you know, it takes the air out of the room. And then oftentimes I found that when you do that and just address it and honor and acknowledge their feeling, that they'll turn around and be like, and I also understand where you're coming from. And then it's like, oh yeah, that's all I needed too.
Yeah.
Just like
when you keep fighting, when you keep fighting about it, and it's like, and honestly, like my problem used to be, I used to do it on things that were subjective, like just opinions. And it's like,
because you want to win.
Why am I trying to force an opinion on somebody that clearly has the opposite opinion? But to be able to do it when something's like when you know the facts and it's objective, that's something that really takes, you know, a lot of patience and time to learn that skill, because it's something that'll get you far in life, not just in relationships, but in like so many aspects of life, you know? But thank you guys for watching. I know we always get off course a little bit, but this song is beautiful, and we like to dig past like the surface level meaning of the song and kind of, you know, bring a new perspective, a fresh perspective. We don't just sit here and cry and then say how beautiful it was. We get to the nitty gritty realness.
That's
of the
right,
track.
to the bone.
Yeah.
Cut straight to the bone.
The bone marrow. Do you like bone marrow?
I do,
it's
actually.
Delicious. We should go get some later. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Hey,
got some bone marrow for you.
It's pretty smaller than what I like, but all right. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Drop a like. And if you want to join us on the journey of discovering amazing music, make sure you subscribe right now. Subscribe before a demon comes under your bed and haunts you for the rest of your life. Subscribe now. Thank you guys for watching.
We'll see you on the next one. Peace.